Good evening, and hello, you beautiful people. Welcome to another live stream. So the Yamaha CS15, as you heard, it's beautiful, isn't it? Mark Doty considers this probably the most underrated synthesizer of all time, and it's a firm favourite of mine. So yeah, hi everybody in the chat. Just waving. I've got you here, so hopefully I've got a bit of a weird delay in my headphones. This live stream business is all a bit new to me still, so I'm still trying to iron out all the sort of gremlins and bits and bobs. That's going to get quite annoying, so I wonder if I can do something about that. I'll just take one ear off. Okay, I'm also tonight I'm pairing it with one of my delightfully gorgeous new Dreadbox pedals, the Darkness Ear, which is a reverb with sort of shimmer aspects, so you can do a lot with it, and obviously in conjunction with a synthesizer which doesn't have any effects built into it, just its raw goodness, I think it does make a difference. So I decided to sort of start doing live streams because I've got a room full of synths. It's quicker, it's easier, it's fun to have you guys with me. So I've had this synth, I think, about, I think it's back. How long have I had this? I'm going to have a mouthful of coffee. Cheers. Whatever you're drinking, cheers. It's if you're in the UK, certainly the West Country where I am, it's just started belting it down with rain, so that's quite welcome after the sort of heat wave we've just had. But it's almost a sort of poignant with a Yamaha CS synth. We've got tears. No, we've got rain. I'm not going to bring the tears. Well, maybe I will if this weird delay keeps in my ears. Right, tea, coffee, refreshers in a butty. So, yeah, I think I bought this synthesizer in 2007, so do the math, 16 years. It didn't cost a lot of money, and I still think that they are an incredibly affordable synthesizer for, you know, vintage kind of sake. 1979, so it's got the same sort of pedigree as the CS80, obviously. As you can see, it's a lot smaller than a CS80. 2 oscillators, 2 mixers, 2 VCFs, so you get the same 12 decibel per octave, low pass, band pass, and high pass. Lovely routing options to one of the 2 envelopes here, and 2 amplifiers as well. The idea, I think, I heard early on was that it's considered to be 2 CS5s bolted together in one case. Kind of interesting performance things. Obviously, you've got an external input over here with noise, obviously pitch and detune there, sort of tune it. But you've also got VCO1 and VCO2 pit sort of glide, which you can get in positive or negative. And this sound I was playing has got VCO1 in the negative and VCO2 in the positive to get that lovely. Just bring it down a bit so you can actually hear that. And obviously the time very short. It's a bit more obvious now. And that's where you get all those lovely kind of Vangelis sounds, that sort of push in there. And just one LFO there, portmanteau, and brilliance, because it is brilliant. Which just basically, you can route to both filters, one filter or the second one there. So, you can do a lot with this. And I've always gone on really well with it, but we're going to have a little play tonight. Please leave anything raining yet. Please leave any ideas or any things that you want in the comments as we play along together. Okay, so I'm going to have another mouthful of this fabulous coffee. Hello, Keith in Watford as well as Lisa. How you doing, guys? Right. Okay, so without further ado, we'll start with no effects, and we're going to go for the first VCO here. I'm going to take the glide off so we can just have a nice raw sound. The envelopes aren't really snappy in any way, shape or form, like the Delta Step A, which is beautiful sort of envelopes. So that's nice and loud. Is that nice and loud in your ears? On your phone? Right. Let's get rid of the LFO as well. So, it's just got a lovely whiny sound. I love that. The filter doesn't self-oscillate. We're going to get to that. So, square, triangle. No, let's start from there. Triangle, saw, and square with pulse width and pulse width modulation. Sine, saw, sample and hold. Just sounds so good. You're going to find, actually, as I'm going through this, as beloved as it is, that it probably needs a good pot clean, and I haven't had the top off this for quite some time, so do apologise for any crackles. It's authentic. So that's kind of a basic sound. Low pass filter there. Let's get some joy going with that. So at the moment, a little bit of resonance. It doesn't self-oscillate, but that's okay. Whereas am I actually going? There you go. See straight away. This isn't as. Oh, there you go. It's disappeared. Disappearing filter sound. Right. Oh, well, that's. I wonder if that's. Where are we going? So envelope depth there. So envelope to envelope 1 for the filter, envelope 2 for the amplifier, but not really a lot going out of that. I'll put full there. You're at 10 on there. You're at 10 on your amplifier. Where do you go? 11. This does not have 11. Wouldn't that be good? We should bring synths and 11 together. That guy knows all about it. Okay. Oh, went to there. Right. So that is not making an awful lot of sound. Some of these switches are, as I said, it's in need of servicing, I think. That's a bit better, isn't it? Where's the LFO? Why is... Oh. Okay, right, so... It's got lovely filters. Very wet. So you can easily layer like a whole bunch of different stuff going on there as well. So let's go, and so that's effectively one layer, but you can now have, obviously drawn on here, this VCO routed into mixer 2 to go through filter 2. So, oh hello, where's my LF? Oh, up there. So that's the same sound. It does sound different though. Obviously, apart from the fact that we have got that routed. Filter settings are slightly different. Oh, silly boy. Does that sound the same now? Very silly. Again, you know, we're together. Very soon you start getting some really interesting sounds by using the whole second row. But let's treat it like a traditional sound. We'll enter the second VCO, And I think we'll go for triangle on that one to get a bit of, and lower down. Sounds so quality. As unsnappy as the envelopes are, you've got the option to make them longer as well. And as you can see, the envelope 2 is set to a long one. Been playing with really drawn out long sounds because it does seem to lend itself lovely to that. There you go. Yeah, that glides. Turn the brilliance off. Right, let's put some reverb now, see what we get. There it is. I've seen things you people believe. Attack ships off the shoulder of the lion. I've seen sea beams glitter and dance. All those moments will be lost like tears in the rain. But this is not the CS8. A nice feature is you can bring in the raw sound. So if you wanted to just use that for the envelope of the filter, you still can, and so has anybody ever owned a CS15? Yeah, I'll go for that. Actually, I've never tried that with my guitar. I think it was probably a little bit. I wonder what the input level's like. So what do you think so far? Does it sound like you expected it to sound? I remember my first experience with a Yamaha CS was Emis, the music shop in Bristol. When I went there with a friend who's, actually I think he bought his Raven from Mod 2 Radical Technologies there, obviously because he was a MIDI at the time, but you had a hand in that. But yeah, he took me in, and there were a bunch of vintage synths. I think SH7 I seem to remember spending some time with as well. But the CS5 wasn't even expensive. It was 150 quid at the time, maybe 200. Just caught my attention, and I just plugged the headphones in and just got lost in it. And there was some aspect of its sound that I hadn't really experienced before. I mean, SH101, the Prophet 600 that I had, various chord synths, digital and analog. It just had something that I wanted, and when a few years ago I started buying synths again, I realised that I had to have that synth, and I found this. Actually, it came from Japan. Had it imported, so there we go. Oh, you're having trouble hearing me over the synth? It's because I'm whispering, Andy. Thank you for telling me that, though. It's because I can hear myself delayed in my ears. Am I in sync? That's the other thing that I'm wondering about these kind of live streams. Am I in sync? Can you hear me better? What I might do, probably just sort of being a little bit louder, is to talk a little bit louder. How's that? Is that better? It's kind of whispering Bob moments. Maybe I should just move the microphone down. Okay, right, let's get back to... Perfect, thank you, Andy. Much appreciated. Let's get back to Tears in the Rain. Right, so let's see if we can get that high pass doing this thing now. Somebody's really getting on my nerves right now. Is it though? Amazing we can actually argue about technologies. I think that's definitely an improvement. That's, you know, when you want to do arguing with technology. Right, so there's nice kind of, let's bring in some really nice, because the low aspect of this is good too. I mean, the reverb one, it just makes you feel like you're in, you know, the city in LA, Los Angeles. That is the key, isn't it? Sort of the glide. That's very Vangelis. Jason Maggs, welcome, sir. I'd like to dedicate this sound to Jason Maggs. I'd like to dedicate this sound to Andy Franco. It's a synthesizer I have consistently had pleasure with. It's never let me down. It's never sort of befuddled me in any way, shape or form. It's always been something that's just delighted every time I play. It's synthesized sort of circuitry. So, this wonderful pedal here is giving us such a lot to the sound, so let's just listen to the sound without it again. I'm going to turn the glides up. And then you get back to those kind of like standard sounds. And then if we just take the control mix, right, that pushes a little bit. Beautiful reverb. Let's try these 5 times on the envelope for the filter. Portmanteau as well. Portmanteau. priority for monophonic. CV and gate on this beauty, each oscillator has its own CV input and yeah, 2 gate inputs as well. So I have used this with the BeatStep Pro and triggered both sounds simultaneously. Now, apparently, reading up on Vintage Synth Explorer, it's duophonic as well. And I think at some points in my noodlings, I've had it playing 2 notes, but it's not obvious. Or if it's obvious, I've missed it. If there's something you can see that oh yeah, it's that switch, but I don't think, you know, whether it's using 2 completely unrooted sounds. Maybe that's it. Let's try it. So even if you root, right? Let's try it. So, yep. Let's go back to low pass on that. Sound good, doesn't it? I have had it on warming up as well for over an hour. There's that low end. It's cheeky, isn't it? Ah, that's so good. I'll be doing something more with these guys. I just thought it'd be nice to put this reverb on top of the synth. So it's just been too try something else snappy. Another thing I love about this synth is, for me, being a massive Genesis fan, obviously they used ARP Pro Soloist, famously, but this synth has always given me the closest sounds to that era, the sort of Lamb Lies Down on Broadway onwards. I think, did they use it on? They first used it on Selling England by the Pound, 1973. So yeah, this is the closest I've ever got to that. So let's try and do something a bit more percussive, less swimmy. Although we like swimming, don't we? We like swimming. Swimming's good because that's when the Vangelis kicks in. So let's put it back onto normal length. It doesn't even play tonight. Well, it does, but. There we go. So I'm not going to be able to play any of the keyboard lines from The Lamb, but I think if you know the album, you'll know that this immediately already starts to sound like. And again, I think. The beauty of having the 2 filters, obviously, is that I can just different things. I still have it rooted into the same envelope. Oh, I was going Daft Punk. Hello, James. Welcome to the live stream. It's silly, isn't it? It's really silly. But I think. Right, let's get the noise in. Let's try and make some. The unfortunate thing is that Obviously, I own so many of them, but I'm not a keyboard player. Back to that guy. I will do a live stream on with that. It'll be weird because, of course, I'm used to doing them with... Anyway. We'll get around that, won't we? Or singing. Yes, mice talking. I mean, it's that era, isn't it, where you started Hitchhiker's Got the Galaxy again, another massive influence on my life, let alone my musical life. Oh yes. Right, let's get some burbling mice. Some crazy sounds going. Let's get that reverb back on. Get the band pass back on. You can see that this really... Oh, I think James... so at least I think, am I still mumbling tonight? It's because I can hear a delay of my voice. I think I'm doing that thing that you do when you can hear yourself in a delayed situation as you start going quieter and quieter so that you don't notice the fact that you're delayed. So apologies for that. Look at that. That's a quality brew. Okay, so 1979. Yamaha CS15, 2023. Still sounds good, doesn't it? I am whispering as well tonight. I think that's maybe another thing. No matter how is that better? I'm just going to turn myself up a little bit. I've got me Focusrite ISA ONE just down there. Ooh, what are you going to do with your ISA ONE? How's that? I'm going to check my levels. Yeah, everything seems to be nice. Is that better? Is that more? I mean, I'm actually talking louder now as well, which may be the thing. Excellent. Yeah, sorry guys. I think it's been a long couple of weeks. And yeah, unfortunately, we're a little tired. And as it's like I'm doing the soft whispering Bob tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I'm whispering Jason. So, okay, halfway point. Anything you guys would like me to explore whilst I'm fiddling and faffing, bang it in the comments and I'll try and recreate. We've had Vangelis, we've had some Genesis. Sound like an advert for soap then. I sounded like an advert for soap then, or you want me to sound like? I could do that. I can do adverts all day long. Whenever you... I don't know how I would do that. What would you say to advertise soap? Dirty, grimy, after work. Remember, you too can jump in the shower and wash yourself over in lathery, lovely soap. Available from all good retailers. After ice cream dip. Ooh. Poppers. Right. Now I'm going to immerse myself in bubbly goodness. I think there's the bubblies. There's your soap sounds. You need a really cheesy kind of line, wouldn't you? I think there's not enough. There's too much modulation. See, the envelope's not being... Galactic bubbles. Galactic bubbles. I've started going quieter again. Sorry, guys. So. moving your head aside. I fed them, and it's like, meow. Actually, no, that's Tom. He did come in earlier. So Flood suddenly. Vangelis album years ago. Is it Spiral? Where there's someone going through the size of the Earth, all the elliptical kind of details and perpendicularity to the sun, all that kind of stuff. I thought that would be quite a cool thing to do on top of this, but I just couldn't find the time to do it, to find out what those data was. Feed me the lines, I'll say them. CS15D and no users. Now the 15D, the Ds came after the straight 60 CS. Because I worked in a music shop and we had a CS40M. Is that right? I'm trying to think now. And it was nothing like. It was almost, it had rocker switches. It was almost like an organ. I think it was a string machine. Strings and brass. That's memory. That's not the internet. So that's unreliable, and you can check it out. But I love the fact that the CS15D has no users listed. Nobody liked it. Nobody bought one, even used in the 90s. No one found one sound they could use in a dance track. Shocking. I mean, who wouldn't want to use this in whichever form you'd have with, fabulous pedals? Right, let's crack on. Let's try and do some last few sounds. Because it's got some teeth. Space Cat. It's reminding me of Pink Floyd now. What Pink Floyd stuff is it? Or am I just recreating the waiting room from Genesis? I think I am. Tony Banks, if you're watching, I'm going to do that again. That was really, really... I like to call this sound sad cat. Yeah, so Lisa, you need one of these. Brilliant. Albedo, that's the one. Yes, James, Albedo. Oh, that's an album my mum had when we were growing up. So literally, I rinsed that. Best of Vangelis. It's my favourite album. Best of. It's not. But yeah, I rinsed that album. I think I've got it because when she got rid of her record player and records, I think I ended up sort of inheriting that. So thanks, Mum. Yeah, that and Spiral. I bought a copy of Spiral later, off the strength of the track on that. But just brilliant sounds. So let's try and create some. Let's get rid of the sad cat. Let's put back onto low pass. Oh, can you hear it? It's. Oh wait, it's these guys. What's going? Oh, it's LFO. Remember, it can do normal sounds. Right. It is a lovely triangle, isn't it? Source. And with the 12 decibel per octave, you can get really nice bass sounds with it. Because it just, and that's why the TB and the SH basses they cut through. What was I going to do? I was going to do. Okay. Oh, do you know what? Just realised it doesn't have a square. Yamaha, what were you thinking? No square wave for your LFO. This just sounds annoyed. Annoyed robot. Wow. Hey Torsten, how you doing, buddy? Welcome aboard. Yes, indeed. So, high note priority, just slightly annoying every now and again. It catches you out. Oh, it catches me out. I love the fact that it just does beautiful things. Some weird pitch stuff going on there. In that, definitely. Just in case you couldn't see what I was doing. Yeah. Right. Wouldn't it be nice if I could just use that sequencer behind me without any effort? I think I need to, do you know what? With this being hertz to voltage rather than 1 volt per octave sort of CV kind of vibes, it'd be nice to have a little SQ sequencer. Just plap it down. I did say plap. Plap it down. Boom. And of course, two outputs of 8 steps. Excellent. Maybe there's scope for perhaps not another live stream like this, but maybe there's a kind of live jam possibility there. Okay, so let's I think, what sort of sounds? I've adopted the slight slant mouth of Alan Partridge. I do apologise for that. I don't really, but I do. That's a couple of quotes I've got in tonight from Alan Partridge. Another influence, right? EGA. Times 4. no. I think that's... 15 BPM, that's very slow. I thought you were gonna tell me to play that and you didn't. It's not G sharp, A sharp, like B flat. Right. Let's turn the gorgeous reverb off. I love that it just hangs there beautifully in the air. Wisps of reverberant goodness. So you can tell that's good for bass. That's what I was trying to do. The spiral speed. Oh, I see. It's like that, isn't it? So. Nice. Okay. I mean, you could easily go again, Daft Punk. I think it's Daft Punk, Genesis, Pink Floyd. Bit of that going on, and all sorts of other soundscapey things. I've gone very Richard Burton all of a sudden. I don't know why that is. Or perhaps I'm going a little bit more, yes, that was Martin Sheen. Martin Sheen, yes. Okay, right. Let's go back to it. I am Welsh, by the way, just in case you were wondering. The most difficult accent to do, apparently. Somebody insulted me, I don't know who it was, and said I didn't know you could do an Irish accent. It's not a completely different accent altogether, the Irish accent and the Welsh accent. Obviously, the person who was listening to me had not heard that. A Welsh accent at all. Like the Dreadbox mess. Yeah. It's so good. I almost put Raindrops in, which I've got down there, which is also beautiful to me. Really cool pedal by called the Rack Head, which emulates the record head of a tape machine, which is just stunning. But more guitar pedals another time. That's how you play keyboards, right? Wait a minute there. Right. Oh my god. If I do this, it wobbles the table, so it's going to be wobble motion. So if anyone's watching this with the sound off, what's he doing? Lead sounds, bass sounds, weird sounds, padding sounds, esoteric sounds. Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Jervis. Going boldly where no man had gone before. There it is. It's all there, isn't it? This doesn't seem to be doing much. Oh, that's because envelopes not amplifiers not sent in there. I'm sure I couldn't get the top camera to include everything. I could get a bigger table, I think, for this kind of size vehicle. Let's calm this down. Ooh. Let's get this. Just, I think that pot's not connecting properly because I can't hear any. Effect from the NFO there. I do love one knob per function, but even then it's still. Doesn't seem to be doing it, does it? This beautiful synth needs a bit more love. It needs a squirt of WD-40. No. Never do that. Never do that. No WD-40 down pots. Stop that. It's silly. It's a degreaser. It'll just nasty. Service on. The switch cleaner is what you need. And maybe some lubricant afterwards to put that nice smoothness back into your pots. That's what Uncle Onions would CS30, I think, yes, James. I think the CS30 is the CS15 with a sequencer. They did some really weird things. 5 was like a mono voice of this. 50, I don't know what the 10 was. Maybe it didn't have double filter or something. Right, this is not doing what I want it to do. Oh, I should have just used. Now we're getting that. That's a Vangelis sound. There it is. Right, let's bring that back in. God, it sounds good, doesn't it? And a damn sight cheaper than the CS18. Yeah, 8 step sequence on the CS13, that's what I thought. But I mean, you can buy yourself an SQ, the SQ sequence of chords, and instantly have a CS30. God, there it is. I think somehow get the reverb off. It's nice. It's adding something. Maybe it's too much. Absolutely, James. And it's a synth that has grown with me as well. I have grown with. It's beautiful. second oscillator again. Jesus, that's good, isn't it? And 16 years, no, hang on, 17, 16. It's still turning on. This is what marriage is about. Actually, yeah, it is. Now the synthesizer slow. That's just... Let's get a little bit... That's gone, isn't it? So I suppose that's where the initial level comes in. You can literally do a Keith Emerson trick. I am looking for that. Just to see that in better version, that's a bottle opener in the shape of a drumstick. There you go, 2 hands. It's ridiculous. At least well, it won't now because it's not triggering, is it? So that's wonderful. Right. So this isn't going to work either, is it? Because it needs triggering. Okay, this meeting's silly. That's over. Well, it isn't over. It's just begun. But right, invest in a plectrum. Well, James, funny you should say, because on top of my Mesa Boogie amp over here, which is also from 1979, this synth from 1979, I have a Yamaha electric guitar over there from 1979. I have a PV guitar from 1979. What's that tell you? It's a good year, right? It's 79. So, we're going to have a look at my plectrum collection. So, this is from Farmy, who was a roadie guitar tech I met on tour, and he was okay. Unfortunately, he's no longer with us, but he was on the Allman Brother tour that I did in 2013, 10 years ago, just under actually. That's where the amp came from. Not really got much interesting stuff in here. I think all the interesting ones is another Farmy one. Oh, that's good. So, a Fishman. There's a lot of picks in here. I mean, a metal pick. Brian May would be happy with that. Oh, and look. I think my eldest son bought me that. I'll have to check with Gabe, my youngest son, to see who did that one. But, Kerrig, if you bought me that, thank you. It is a good plectrum. Look at that. Boss. Yeah, as you can see, plenty of plectrums. None of them interesting. But we're going through it anyway with the thought that it's something, yeah, something interesting may be in here that will tell us a tale. Sixpence, sing a song of sixpence. Spire, that's either type. Oh, here you go. Steve Winwood. There you go. Cool. I think we've come to almost the end of my ridiculous live stream. I'm just going to put some of these away. There's a PV pick. How nice is that? So, what do you think of the CS15? I think I could sell some. Time machine set to 1979. Yeah. What else would I get from 1979 if I could go back in time? What would you get if you're watching this post the event in the comments below? 1979 time machine. You go in, you can bring one thing back. Money is an object, so you can't afford a CS80. Profit 5. No, money's no object. Kidnap Iron Maiden 79. Yeah, good vibes. Kidnap them and bring them back now to play against themselves in some sort of weird, twisted future, past, Back to the Future kind of like Battle of the Bands. Hairstray. Right. So, yeah, I'm going to do something with this. I'm already thinking that I'm already building up enough sort of like momentum to do some sort of jam. Obviously, the Pro 3 there has sat nicely. That, I think, is going to be the next live stream in 2 weeks' time. The Happy 4th of July, if anyone in America, any American in the chat or watching this, Happy 4th of July. The day that you gained independence from the British Empire, I think. Anyway, so Pittsburgh Modular Microbot 3900 is next on the bench. It's going to be easier to deal with because it's smaller. I'm going to do something musical, I think, over the next kind of few weeks with the CS15, the Pro 3, the Delta Sep A. What am I going to use for drums? Well, I've got a plan, but I've got the X-Bass 09, my vintage 1997, not 79, but 97. Is that a thing? 79, 97? Who knows? Maybe it is. Maybe it is. So, thank you very much for your company and your patience with my whispering live stream. I will have to figure out how to remove the delay from my ears, because that's pretty awful. So that next time I can just bellow and holler as per usual. 9 o'clock? If you're watching this and you've got the end, congratulations, you've watched this full mess around. If you're watching this now and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, because I am just 15 away from 1,000 subs, which is going to be a big deal, because as soon as you get to 1,000, you get to monetize, which means that the algorithm's likely to pick you up and it'll encourage me to make more and more content. This stuff's great because it's fun. And I really enjoy just fiddling and playing and having you guys with me. I'm pointing to you there, but you're actually there. CS80, yeah, Torsten, that's what I said. Yeah, so you can't have that. No, you can. You totally can have that. But then, it's reliability. What would I still don't know what I would bring back from 1979, because I'm happy with my guitar. Maybe I'd bring back an SG2000. I'd love one of those. Or I don't know. Maybe. Hey, David. Welcome. We're just rounding off. Unfortunately, we're coming to the end of our sort of craziness. But yeah, good to see you. Thank you for coming along anyway. So, 1979. It's a year. What would you bring back? Comments below. Comments in the chat if you're still alive with us now. Yeah. And anything else you'd like to see me fiddle with? I got the Memphis. What else have I got? Things that may or may not. Oh, you know what, don't you? It's hiding in the back. Torsten, you've got one of these. It's the Microwave XT. Now, the problem I've got is that all of the knobs, every time I touch one, it just crumbles. So if I'm going to do that, I'm going to have to invest in some knobs. But I think that might be a good one, because it's such a modern classic, modern vintage classic. It's 20 years old, isn't it? 24? 1999 was that? I bought mine in 2004. So yeah, so I've had it nearly 20 years. That's quite crazy, isn't it, to think of that? Yeah, thanks, Lisa. Right. Excellent. It's Right, guys, thank you for joining me. I'd be tempted to use editor save the knobs. Yeah, that's unfortunately with the microwaves. They are, that's what they do, and I think you're encouraged to buy replacements from Waldorf. So Waldorf, if you're watching this, send me your knobs. Okay. Until 2 weeks from today, back to the fortnightly Tuesday. So yeah, until next time, be good, be bad, stick some darkness on it, and make yourself a lush bath of Vangelis delicious, beautiful noise. I might just play a little bit out. Ooh, ooh, ooh.